Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus channel. The Boeing E-4B is one of the most secretive aircraft in the world. In fact, over the years, the mere existence of this advanced airborne command post has been doubted and denied, earning it the nickname the Doomsday Plane. But despite these rumors, the E-4B actually serves a very practical purpose. In the event of a war or other disaster, this heavily modified Boeing 747 would be able to serve as a mobile command post from which the U.S. president and other key government officials could safely run the country and, if required, direct military forces. And to keep them safe, Boeing designed the aircraft to theoretically stay airborne for up to 1 week at a time. Where Air Force One is built for luxury travel and entertaining foreign dignitaries, the E-4B is intended to function as a flying bunker. As such, it features advanced communication systems, including satellite links, encrypted communication channels, and extensive radio equipment. There is also a variety of older analog computer systems on board. These help ensure stability, reliability, and compatibility with other emergency equipment spread out around the U.S. They will also help the president and their team avoid threats posed by digital networks. The E-4B is designed to be self-sufficient for an extended period, with its own power generators, air filtration systems, and food and water supplies. This enables it to operate autonomously for an extended duration, even in environments where ground support may be limited or unavailable. It's estimated that the plane has a top speed of around 600 miles per hour and a range of more than 7,000 miles. In order to ensure the president can remain safely in the air for as long as possible, the Boeing engineers designed the E-4B with aerial refueling capability. This means it can engage with refueling tankers multiple times in a single flight to avoid having to land.
Disconnecting in 3. Get back in a little closer to. Perfect.
In fact, the plane can fly for a total of 150 hours plus before it needs to find a safe landing area. For protection in the air, the E-4B features various defense systems, including electromagnetic pulse shielding, infrared countermeasures, and anti-missile and rocket systems. Since 1974, a total of 4 E-4s have been created. The 3 earlier aircraft were all eventually upgraded from E-4As to E-4Bs. However, due to the nature of their mission, these planes are almost always on standby somewhere around the United States. For this reason, the Air Force recently introduced an E-4 simulator at a facility in La Vista, Nebraska. This way, the military can train the next generation of E-4 pilots without putting any of the existing aircraft at risk.
It's kind of weird that
The E-4 was designed with nuclear warfare in mind. However, as the decades progressed, it became obvious that electronic warfare was a much more realistic threat to both planes in the air and troops on the ground. In the early 2000s, the Air Force and Northrop Grumman began designing what would become the E-11A Battlefield Airborne Communications Node, or BACN. Rather than use an existing military plane, the BACN is based on a Bombardier Global Express business jet. Its job is to enable communication and coordination between ground troops, aircraft, and other military assets operating in different networks and using different communication technologies. The E-11A was used extensively during the Afghanistan War, where it was able to function like a low-Earth satellite to help ensure better communication despite the country's rough, mountainous terrain. It also helped ensure that different forces could effectively talk to one another, despite their utilizing different equipment or levels of technology. Though the E-11A can help ensure communication in almost any environment, it is not specifically an electronic warfare aircraft. Since 1975, that role has been filled by the Lockheed EC-130. Based on the highly successful C-130 Hercules transport plane, the EC-130 is designed to disrupt and deceive enemy command and control communications by jamming communications and broadcasting misleading signals. One of the later variants, the EC-130H, is equipped with an extensive suite of electronic warfare systems, including jamming pods, receivers, transmitters, and antennas. Using these powerful systems, the EC-130 can detect, locate, and jam enemy communications across a wide range of frequencies, thus limiting their ability to coordinate military operations, gather intelligence, or communicate with other units. Despite years of service, the United States recently decided to replace the EC-130 with an aircraft called the EC-37B. Like the BACN, this platform is based on a private jet. Few military aircraft epitomize the importance of airborne surveillance and communications than the E-3 Sentry. Often referred to as the Airborne Warning and Control System, or AWACS, the E-3 is based on a Boeing 707 commercial airliner that has been extensively modified to serve as an airborne command post, from which commanders can manage and direct military operations. The most prominent feature of the E-3 is the large rotating radar dome mounted on the top of the fuselage. This dome houses the AN/APY-12 radar, which can detect and track airborne and surface targets over extremely long ranges. This means the sentry can alert friendly troops to the presence of enemy planes, missiles, ships, and ground vehicles before they can pose a threat. The E-3 AWACS is also equipped with advanced communication systems. These ensure secure and reliable contact between airborne and ground units, which makes it easier for commanders to position their forces and react to incoming threats. As a full-sized passenger plane, the E-3 is 153 feet long and boasts a wingspan of 145 feet. It is commanded by a flight crew of just 4, but will typically host up to 15 radar operators, communication specialists, and other technical personnel to operate the sensor suite. Since the AWACS was first introduced in the 1970s, entire battles have been fought and won thanks to this single aircraft. Its 30-foot radar dome is 30 feet in diameter, 6 feet thick, and has an effective range of more than 250 miles. This allows for incredibly valuable situational awareness, both on the ground and in the air. It even helps monitor the weather conditions to facilitate effective troop movement. And because the radar has the ability to look downward onto the battlefield below, it can better identify threats that might confuse other types of radar systems. Since 1991, the United States military has increasingly relied on the Northrop Grumman E-8 for airborne ground surveillance. This unique aircraft, known as the Joint Surveillance Target Attack Radar System, combines much of the features seen in older aircraft, but with the increased capabilities modern warfare often demands. Designated Joint STARS, the E-8 is capable of providing real-time target tracking and situational awareness in a wide range of operational environments. Its job is to support ground forces by detecting, tracking, and classifying ground targets, such as tanks, vehicles, and personnel, all while relaying battlefield data back to commanders so they can properly allocate their resources. The E-8 Joint STARS is based on the Boeing 707-300 airframe, which has been extensively modified to accommodate its advanced surveillance and battle management systems. It features a distinctive radar mounted on the bottom of the aircraft, underneath the forward fuselage. Like the AWACS, the E-8 requires a flight crew of 4, but typically carries a mission crew of up to 18 specialists. Due to its size, the Joint STARS can carry enough fuel to stay aloft for up to 9 hours. To soldiers on the ground, the E-8 is the ultimate eyes in the sky. Though it has undergone several upgrades, the U.S. military is confident that the E-8 has what it takes to serve for years to come. That's the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.